Hello friends, a very warm welcome to the Crochet Hook channel. Today we are going to learn how to work this popcorn stitch crochet square motif. It's a very simple pattern to work with, and here it's been worked completely in 10 rounds till this gray shade here. And you can add more rounds to increase the size of this square motif. Otherwise also it's a big motif. Working with 3 millimeters, it's around 22 centimeters on one side. For the friends who are joining me here for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. That means a lot. You can add more colors to it. So let's get started. So let's begin. Here I have taken yarn of my choice and a crochet hook of 3 millimeters. So to begin with, work a slip knot and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now insert the hook into the very first chain, drop a loop and work a slip stitch like this. So here a magic ring is created, as you can see. Nextly, to begin the round 1, chain 3. This chain 3 counts as a DC. So then yarn over, insert the hook at the center of the ring and work 1 DC double crochet around the ring like this. So we have a total of 2 DCs formed. Yarn over again, insert the hook into the ring, work the third DC, 3. Keep counting. We are just going to work DCs all the way around in round 1. 4 DC, this is the 4th DC, and we'll just be working DCs till we reach a total of 16. So we have 4 DCs, just keep counting and work DCs. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and the last one here, 16. So then to join this round, we have a total of 16 DCs now. In this top third chain, insert the hook and work a slip stitch to join this round here. Round 1 is completed. For round 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 stands for a DC. Then work 3 more chains. This is the chain 3 gap. Yarn over, and in the very next DC below, work 1 double crochet, 1 DC here. So here, first chain 3 counts as a DC, next chain 3 stands for the chain 3 gap between the 2 DCs. So then, chain 3 again, yarn over, into the very next DC below, work 1 DC, simple round, chain 3, yarn over, into the very next DC below, work 1 DC. And this is how we are going to move in this round, working 1 DC, then 1 chain 3 space. So then work 3 chains and into the very next DC, work 1 DC. Remember, we are not at all skipping any stitches in the row below. Chain 3, again work 1 DC in the next DC. And at the end of this row as well, we should have a total of 16 DCs with chain 3 spaces in between. Simple round. Just keep going till you reach the end. Chain 3, yarn over, work 1 DC in the very next DC. Chain 3 again, work 1 DC in the next DC. Chain 3, again yarn over, work 1 DC in the next DC. This is how it looks. This is our round 2. For the reference of beginners in crochet friends, I am crocheting this entire round with you. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One more to go. Chain 3. We have 1 DC below. Insert the hook into that DC, work 1 DC, and then work the last chain 3 separation. And then in the top third chain, from here count it till third chain, and then join this round working a slip stitch in the third chain like this. So this joins the round 2 as well. And from here I'm going to change the shade to sea blue or turquoise. If you're continuing with the same shade, that's fine. Now I'm going to change the shade to turquoise. So then into any chain 3 space you can tie the knot. Simply tying the knot works. Make sure the knot is well secured. Then take out the loop into the chain 3 space only and work 3 chains. Yarn over, work 4 DCs into the same 3 chain space. 1, 2, 3, and one more, 4. So including chain 3 also as a DC, we have 5 DCs. Work a popcorn like this with this 5 DCs. So popcorn is created. Then chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Simple round. In every chain 3 space we are going to work popcorn with 5 DCs. So work 5 DCs in the next chain 3 space and then create a popcorn out of it. 3, 4, and 5. Work a popcorn with this 5 DCs like this, and between 2 popcorns we are chaining 3. So then count and chain 3. This is what we are going to do in this round 3. Again in the next chain 3 space work 5 DCs to work a popcorn stitch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Create a popcorn with the 5 DCs created here like this. And then for the spacing we are chaining 3. So then chain 3 like this. Simple round. And all through this round we are just going to move like this. 1 popcorn in the chain 3 space next, and then chain 3 space. Again 1 popcorn in the next chain 3 space and then chain 3. So just move all the way around. I'll see you at the end. I'll see you at the end here. So here I have created a total of 16 popcorns till now, and last chain 3 also is being worked. Now at the back of this very first popcorn, insert the hook, work a slip stitch to join this round here. So this round is joined. The round 3 gets completed here. Simple round. Now for round 4, insert the hook into the next chain 3 space and work a slip stitch to reach the chain 3 space here. Then chain 3, yarn over, work 4 more DCs in the same chain 3. We'll create a popcorn again. 3, 4, and 5. With this 5 DCs, prepare a popcorn stitch, like this, then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over. In the next chain 3 space again work a popcorn with 5 daisies, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Work a popcorn stitch, with this 5 daisies here, like this. Between the popcorns we are chaining 3. So simple round, chain 3 again. We are going to work 4 popcorns in a row. So then in the next chain 3 space again work a popcorn with 5 daisies. So work 5 daisies, 3, 4 and 5. In this round we'll be giving it a shape of a square from the round one. So after every fourth popcorn we'll be creating the corner. So then chain 3, after the popcorn chain 3, yarn over, 1 more popcorn to go. In the next chain 3 again work 5 daisies to create a popcorn. 3, 4 and 5. In this row this is the last popcorn, after which we'll be creating a corner. So we have 2, 3 and 4 popcorns created. Now then chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. This is creating our corner. In the next chain 3 again yarn over, work 5 daisies to work a popcorn. We are not skipping any chain 3 spaces below. Just keep that much in mind. And after every fourth popcorn we create a corner. Between the popcorns we are chaining 3, so then chain 3. And in the corner we chain 10. Simple round. So this first corner is created here with chain 10. We'll make 3 more popcorns and then create the second corner. So then yarn over, in the next chain 3 space work 5 daisies. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then create a popcorn with these 5 daisies. This is the second popcorn of this row. Then chain 3, yarn over again, in the next chain 3 space work a popcorn with 5 daisies. Again create a popcorn, then chain 3, 1 more popcorn to go in a row, 3 and 1 more, after which we'll be creating the corner. So then work 5 daisies in the next chain 3 and then create a popcorn stitch out of it. 4 and 1 more, 5, create a popcorn with this. And after having created 4 popcorns in a row, we are going to chain 10. This is a second corner being created. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Yarn over. In the next chain 3 again, we'll create a popcorn with 5 daisies. The next row of 4 popcorns begins here. 3, 4 and 5. Create a popcorn stitch with this 5 daisies. So here one corner was created, then chain 3. So until now we have 2 corners created. We began here, worked 4 popcorns in a row with chain 3 spaces in between, then worked 10 chains to create the first corner, and again 4 popcorns in a row before the second corner with chain 10. Again, we will be working 4 corners, 4 popcorns in a row before we create the third, and then likewise the fourth corner. So then chain 3, yarn over, in the next chain 3 work a popcorn stitch with 5 DCs. Then chain 3, 2 popcorns are being created in a row, 2 more to go. We are taking 4 popcorns in a row. So in next chain 3 work a popcorn stitch with 5 DCs. Then chain 3, last popcorn to be created, 3 made. Yarn over, in the next chain 3 space work 5 DCs and create the fourth popcorn of this row. For in the last one here, 5. Work a popcorn stitch like this. So here we have 4 popcorns in a row with chain 3 spaces in between. Third corner to be created, chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Yarn over. In the very next chain 3 space, we'll create 5 DCs to create a popcorn stitch here only. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Work a popcorn with this 5 DCs. Simple round, third corner is created, then chain 3, 3 more popcorns to go for this row. And then we'll create the fourth corner. Yarn over, in the next chain 3 work a popcorn stitch with 5 DCs. After the popcorn, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, 2 more to go. Yarn over, in the next chain 3 space work 1 popcorn stitch with 5 DCs. Three popcorns created, chain 3, 1 more popcorn to go before we create the fourth corner. Yarn over, in the next chain 3 work 1 popcorn with 5 DCs. Work a popcorn with this 5 DCs. Remember, we have not skipped any chain 3 space below. So then, creating the last corner, work 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Then at the back of this first popcorn, insert the hook and work a slip stitch to join this round here. So this is how it's now being converted into a square from a round. We have created 4 corners like this. So then, to begin the next round, that is round 5, insert the hook into this next chain 3 space and work a slip stitch to reach the center of this chain 3. Then chain 3, yarn over, work 4 DCs in this chain 3. So we'll be having a total of 5 DCs, and then create a popcorn with these 5 DCs. Like this. Then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Yarn over, in the next chain 3 space again, work 5 DCs to create a popcorn here also. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Create a popcorn with this 5 DCs, and this time chain 3, yarn over. In the next chain 3 again we'll be working a popcorn. So then work 5 DCs to create a popcorn stitch here also. This time we are working 3 popcorn stitches in a row before the corner. So 1 popcorn stitch is reduced here. Work a popcorn. So in a row we have created 3 popcorns. Now is the time to create. We had 4 popcorns in the row below, now we have 3. Now is the time to create a corner, and we'll be reducing 1 popcorn in every upcoming row. So then chain 2, yarn over. In this chain 10, work 6 DCs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So after 3 popcorns we had chain 2 and then worked 6 DCs in this chain 10. Then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over. Again in the same chain 10 space work 6 more DCs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is the corner stitch that will be following in the next 3 corners as well. 6 DCs, chain 3, 6 DCs in the row in the chain 10 below. Then chain 2. After 6 DCs we'll chain 2 before we work the popcorn. On this side also we had chain 2. So then yarn over. In the next chain 3 space work 5 DCs to create a popcorn stitch here. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Create a popcorn. Then chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. Yarn over. In the next chain 3 again work 5 DCs to create a popcorn stitch. This time remember we are working 3 popcorns in a row between 2 corners. Create a popcorn. This is the second popcorn of this row. Chain 3, 1 and 2, chain 3, 1 more popcorn to go. In the next chain 3 work 5 DCs to create a popcorn. 4 and 5. Then create a popcorn with this 5 DCs like this. And now we have finished 3 popcorns in a row. Now is the time to create the second corner, and between the corner and this popcorn we always chain 2 in this round. So then work 2 chains before we create the corner. After the 2 chains here, yarn over. In this chain 10 work 6 DCs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After 6 DCs we chain 3 and then work 6 more DCs in the same chain 10 space here. 6 more DCs to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in the corner we are working 6 DCs, chain 3, 6 DCs. 2 corners are created. Now after 6 DCs and between the popcorn, next popcorn we chain 2. So then work 2 chains, 1 and 2, yarn over. In the next chain 3 create a popcorn, working 5 DCs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, create a popcorn stitch here, then chain 3, yarn over. In the next chain 3 again, create a popcorn with 5 DCs. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Work a popcorn stitch, two popcorns worked, one more to go, chain 3. In the next chain 3, work 5 DCs to create a popcorn stitch. 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is the third popcorn in the row. And then before creating the corner here, after this third popcorn, we chain 2. So then work 2 chains, 1 and 2, yarn over. In this chain 10, work 6 DCs, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, then chain 3 and then yarn over, work 6 more DCs in the same chain 10 space below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. After creating the third corner between the DCs and the popcorn, we chain 2 here, and then again we'll work 3 popcorns with chain 3 spaces and then create the next corner. So here I have reached the end, worked my last corner as well, and chain 2 also is worked here. Remember to chain 2 after you create the corner, and then at the back of this very first popcorn, insert the hook, work a slip stitch to join this round here. So 3, 4 and 5 rounds are being completed till here. Insert the hook into the next chain 3 space, work a slip stitch beginning around 6, then chain 3. Yarn over, work 4 DCs in the same chain 3 space to create a popcorn stitch here. So after 3 popcorns, we'll be working 2 popcorns in a row before creating a corner. So then work a popcorn stitch here. Four popcorns in this row, then 1 popcorn got reduced, 3 popcorns above the row, and then in the next row we are going to work 2 popcorns. So then chain 3, 2 and 3, yarn over. In the next chain 3 space, work 1 more popcorn here with 5 DCs. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Create a popcorn with this 5 DCs. We are working this time 2 popcorns in a row. That's made. So then before the corner, after the popcorn, we chain 2, yarn over, and we are going to work in this chain 2 space between the popcorn and the DC, 6 DCs. So then in this chain 2, work 2 DCs, 1 and 2. Then we are going to create this. We have 6 DCs below, just work 1 DC at the top of the 6 DCs below. Simple. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 2 DCs worked in the chain 2 space below, then 6 DCs on 6 DCs on 6 DCs, and then yarn over. In this chain 3, work 2 DCs, 1 and 2, then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over, work 2 more DCs in this chain 3 space. In the corners, we'll be working 2 DCs, chain 3, 2 DCs, like this. So from here till here, we have now 10 DCs before chain 3. And after chain 3, we work 2 DCs. Then in the 6 DCs below, work 1 DC at the top of each of the 6 DCs below. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And remember, after this we have chain 2 space. In this chain 2 space again work 2 DCs, 1 and 2. So in the corners we are having 10 DCs, chain 3, 10 DCs. Then chain 2, between the DCs and popcorn we chain 2. Yarn over in the next chain 3 space, work 5 DCs to create a popcorn stitch here. 2, 3, 4, and 1 more to go, 5, and create a popcorn with this. In this row, we are working 2 popcorns in a row, separated by chain 3. So then work 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over. In the next chain 3 again, work 5 DCs to create a popcorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Work a popcorn stitch. Like this. So before creating the corner, after 2 popcorns, we always chain 2. So then work 2 chains, and then we'll be creating the corner. So in this chain 2 space below also, we work 2 DCs. So yarn over and work 2 DCs in this chain 2 space below. And then we have 6 DCs below. Yarn over, just work 1 DC at the top of each of the 6 DCs below. And as usual, in this chain 3, we always work 2 DC, chain 3, 2 DC. So then yarn over and work 2 DCs. Then chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And yarn over 2 more DCs in the same chain 3 space here, 1 and 2. Then work 1 DC at the top of each of the next 6 DCs below. Eight DCs work, then yarn over in the next chain 2 space ahead, work 2 more DCs here. So the second corner is created as well. Simple round. So from here till the next chain 3, we are working 10 DCs. And then we chain 3, and then in a row we are working 10 DCs in this row for the corner. On to 6 DCs, we are working 10 DCs now. Then between this corner DCs of the corner and the popcorn, we chain 2. So then work 2 chains, and then yarn over in the next chain 3 space, work 5 DCs to create a popcorn stitch. We are working 2 popcorns in a row for this round. Simple round. And between the 2 popcorns, we always chain 3. So then work 3 chains, yarn over in the next chain 3 again, work 5 DCs to create a popcorn stitch here. So 2 popcorns worked in a row. Then we always chain 2 after the popcorn before the corner. Then yarn over in the chain 2 space below. We are working 2 DCs. So just work 2 DCs in this chain 2 space. Then yarn over, we have 6 DCs ahead. Just work 1 DC at the top of each of the 6 DCs below. Six DCs worked, yarn over in this chain 3. We are working 2 DCs, chain 3, 2 DCs. 1 and 1 more DC. 2 DCs, then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. Yarn over, work 2 more DCs in this chain 3 space here. Then work 6 DCs, 1 onto every DC below. So on either sides of the very corner 3 chains, we are working 10 DCs this time in this round in the corner. Then we have this chain 2 space, yarn over, work 2 more DCs here. And then after the DCs, before we work the popcorn, we always work 2 chains. So then work 2 chains and just work 2 more popcorns here with chain 3 spacing. Create the corner the same way as you at the end. So I've reached the end, created the 4 corners. And after the DCs, we always chain 2. So then work 2 chains. And at the back of this first popcorn inside the hook, work a slip stitch to join this round here. This finishes our round 6. Simple round. Again, to reach this chain 3 space, work a slip stitch here like this. Then chain 3 and work 4 DCs in the same chain 3 space to create a popcorn stitch here. Remember, we are decreasing 1 popcorn in every next round. So this time we are only going to popcorn 1. So after this 1 popcorn made, before we create the corner, 4, 3, 2 and 1, we always chain 2. So then work 2 chains, 1 and 2. Then yarn over, we have this chain 2 space below, yarn over, work 2 DCs as usual in this chain 2 space below. Then we have these 10 DCs ahead. Just work 1 DC at the top of each of the 10 DCs. So we have 12 DCs worked. Then yarn over in this chain 3, we always work 2 DCs, chain 3, 2 DCs. So just work the corner same way, 2 DCs, then chain 3 and yarn over, work 2 more DCs in the same chain 3 as usual. And then we have 10 DCs ahead, yarn over, work 1 DC at the top of each of the 10 DCs ahead. And so in this round, for a corner, on the either side of the corner chain 3, we are working 14 DCs on either side. 14 DCs, chain 3 and 14 DCs. Then we have this chain 2 again, work 2 more DCs in this next chain 2 space below, 1 and 2, a total of 14 DCs. after chain 3. One corner is created in this round. In the corner, we always work 2 DCs, chain 3 2 DCs. Then we work 1 DC at the top of each of the DCs below, and then we work 2 DCs in the chain 2 space below. Simple round. Then chain 2 before we create a popcorn yarn over in this next chain 3 space. So work 5 DCs here. We are just working 1 popcorn in this round. And between the popcorn and the DCs, we always chain 2. So then work 2 chains, then yarn over, and we have 2 chain space below here. Work 2 DCs in this chain 2 space, 1 and 2. Then we have 10 DCs ahead. Work 1 DC at the top of each of the 10 DCs. So 10 plus 2 makes it 12. Then in the corner, chain 3, work 2 DCs, 1 and 2, that makes it 14. Then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then yarn over 2 more DCs in the same chain 3 space in the corner here, 1 and 2. Yarn over, work 1 DC at the top of each of the DCs below. DCs made until now. Then yarn over in this chain 2 space again. We work 2 DCs, and that makes it 14 after the chain 3. 1 and 2. So the second corner is created. Simple round and 2. Just work round like this, and I'll see you at the end. Create a popcorn, chain 2, create a popcorn, then chain 2, create a corner, and just follow the pattern, simple pattern, and I'll see you at the end. So here I have worked the last corner also, and worked my all the 14 DCs. Then chain 2 and insert the hook at the back of the popcorn and work a slip stitch to join this round here. So 7th round gets completed. And for the next round, insert the hook in this next chain 2 space, work a slip stitch to begin round 8. Then chain 3. This chain 3 stands for a DC. Yarn over, work 1 more DC in the same chain 2 space. We are not going to work any popcorns in this round and the rounds ahead. So 2 DCs, then work 1 DC at the top of each of the DCs below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember we had 14 DCs. 11, 12, 13 and 14. One more to go. 14. So 14 plus 2 makes it 16. And then in the corner again, yarn over in this chain 3 below. In the corner, work 2 DCs. These 2 DCs added makes it 18. Then chain 3 and then yarn over, work 2 more DCs in this corner, chain 3, 1 and 2. Then we have 14 DCs below. Yarn over, work 1 DC at the top of each of the 14 DCs below. In every corner on either side of chain 3, we are increasing 4 stitches. So after 14 on either side of chain 3, in this round we'll be having 18 DCs. Chain 3, 18 DCs. Simple. Then we have this chain 2 and work 2 DC in this chain 2 space. So then 18 DCs are worked after the corner chain 3. So we simply slip stitch and work 3 chains and 1 more DC in the same chain 2 space, then worked 1 DC at the top of each of the DCs below, and then in the chain 3 we work 2 DC, chain 3, 2 DC, same way as we did in the rows below for the corner. And I've reached, and we are not working any popcorn stitches, so then yarn over and in the next chain 2 space just work 2 DCs, 1 and 2, simple continuation. Then again just work 1 DC at the top of each of the DCs below. So from here again, counting the 2 DCs that were being worked in the 2 chains below, we should have a total of 18 DCs before chain 3. This 16, and then yarn over in this chain 3, work 2 DCs. These 2 DCs added makes it 18, and then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So before the chain 3 we have 18 DCs, then yarn over, work 2 more DCs in the same chain 3, then the same way work 1 DC at top every DC below. We have 14 DCs below. So just work 1 DC at the top of each of the DCs below, like this. So then after the chain 3 we have now 16 DCs worked. Now yarn over in the next chain 2, again we work 2 DCs, so it makes it to 18 DCs after chain 3 of the corner. Simple round. This corner is worked together. Again we are not working any popcorns, and we simply in the next chain 2 work 2 DCs and then work 1 DC at the top of each of the DCs below, and then create the corner same way in chain 3 2 DCs, chain 3 2 DCs. So then again in the next chain 2 work 2 DCs, 1 and 2, and then work 1 DC at the top of each of the DCs in the row below, and reach the end. I'll see you at the end. So here I have worked all the 4 corners the same way and reached the very end. Now last 2 chains of the row below, work 2 DCs in the 2 chains below, And then in this top third chain, insert the hook, work a slip stitch to join this round here. So this finishes our round 8. We'll be working 2 more rounds, and I'm changing the shade to lemon yellow. So if you're continuing with the same shade, that's perfectly fine. Just keep working just like that. So at the top of this chain 3 only, I'm just tying this knot with the lemon shade. Take the loose ends onto the back. Insert the hook, pull up a loop, and then chain 3. Next 2 rounds are quite simple and are just like round 8, the way we did it in the row below. So then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over. In the next DC, work 1 DC. Again yarn over. In the next DC, work 1 DC. We are just going to work 1 DC atop every DC below till we reach the corner. Here. So then in this chain 3 of the corner yarn over, again we just work 2 DCs, 1 and 2, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and work 2 more DCs in the same chain 3 here. Simple round. Again yarn over, and so here after 18 DCs we added 2 more DCs, so we have 20 DCs, chain 3, and then 20 DCs on this side of the corner, and then again 20 DCs. Simply we'll just be working 1 DC till we reach the corner, and then we'll create the corner the same way, 2 DC, chain 3, 2 DC, simple round. So then yarn over and just keep working 1 DC atop every DC below. And in this round, from one corner till the next corner, we should have a total of 40 DCs after chain 3, or between the chain 3 of 2 corners we should have 40 DCs in total. $20 DCs till you reach the half of the square, and then 20 more to reach the next corner before chain 3. Simple round. 38 DCs being worked. Then yarn over in this chain 3, work 2 DCs. These 2 DCs make it to a number of 40. Then chain 3, yarn over, work 2 more DCs the same way as we create the corner, 1 and 2. And then ahead we have 38 DCs. Just work 1 DC at the top of every upcoming next DC of the round below. Simple round. We just worked 1 DC at top every DC, and in the corner we created 2 DC, chain 3, 2 DC as usual. Go ahead the same way all the way round and create the remaining corners, 2 DC, chain 3, 2 DC, and just 1 DC at top every DC below, and reach the end. So here I have worked it all the way round, reach the end the same way as I already explained. Then into the top third chain, insert the hook and work a slip stitch to join this round here. This is our round 9 completed, and one more round I'm going to work. That will be worked the same way. That's exactly the same as round 9 or round 8. So then I'm changing the shade to gray. If you're continuing with the old shade, that's perfectly fine. Just keep moving as I explain. So then at the top of this third chain, I'm just tying this new shade. I simply tie the knot, take out the threads onto the back side, and that works. Now pull up the loop and then chain 3, simple round just like round 9, and we are at the center of this square on this side. So then just work 1 DC at top every DC till you reach the very corner, chain 3. Yarn over. We have 22 DCs till we reach the corner, so just work 1 DC at top every DC below. Now into this 3 chains below in the corner, work 2 DCs, then work 3 more chains as usual. Yarn over 2 more DCs in the same chain 3 space below, 1 and 2, and then just work 1 DC atop every DC below till you reach the next corner, chain 3 here. Simple round. No increases, no decreases, just 1 DC atop every DC till you reach the corner, 3 chains, and then in the corner we always work 2 DC, chain 3, 2 DC. And from after this chain 3, before that chain 3, we should have a total of 44 DCs. I've reached the corner, worked all the way around. Yarn over in this corner, 3 chains, work 2 DCs, 1 and 2. It makes it 44. Chain 3, and then 2 more DCs in the same chain 3 space below. That creates the corner, and just work 1 DC top every DC below till you reach the corner, chain 3. Simple round. This is the last and the 10th round. So just work it all the way round till you reach the very beginning. The same way, creating the corners with 2 DC, chain 3, 2 DC, and working 1 DC at top every DC between the chain 3 of the corners. And I'll see you at the end here. So I've worked it all the way round. My round 10 is completed. So then insert the hook in this top third chain, work a slip stitch to join this round here, and I'm securing the knot and cutting the thread well. That finishes this pattern. You can add colors of your choice, whichever way you want. It's a very simple square pattern and yet it looks so elegant. There are various enormous possibilities with this square, and also you can increase the size of the square by adding the rounds, adding more rounds after the round 10. The same way we worked the row 10, row 9, just increase more rounds according to your size, and working 2 DC, chain 3, 2 DC in the corner, and just working 1 DC between the 2 corner chain 3s. So I hope this tutorial helps. Have fun crocheting.